Hello everyone, Messmaker1 here, and welcome to a video on Sea of Thieves. With the launch of Season 6 of Sea of Thieves, I thought, why don't we do a ranking video ranking all of the seasons? So that's what we're going to be doing today. The way I will be ranking these seasons is based on how much they added, what they did for the game, and how much fun I had during them, So, let's get into it. Okay, so coming in at the number 6 spot, the lowest season, we have Season 2. Now, Season 2, for me, really didn't add a whole lot. I was actually pretty excited for it day one, but looking back, it just really isn't that good. I remember grinding out with Mustache. I think we made 200,000 gold in one session using, the trading routes. I know they're kind of fixed now, but back then they were really broken. You could make quite a bit of gold fast if you had an emissary on. But other than that, the update really didn't add too much. It didn't do much for the game, especially after Season 1. Season 1 was basic, but it was the first season, The follow-up to Season 1 was really disappointing. Not to mention the Plunder Pass was worse than Season 1's too. So all those things kind of make it worse. So that's the reason why Season 2 is at number 6. Moving on to the number 5 spot, and we have Season 1, the first ever season actually to be in Sea of Thieves. When they started the season idea, I thought it would be better than the monthly updates. And, well, yes, the first two seasons were very, very basic. Just really, for the first season, it cemented the idea. Really, that one, trading lost cargo ship was really the only, notable thing that entire season. And I guess the Plunder Pass was introduced. But overall, the season really didn't add much. The reason why it is ahead of Season 2 is because at least it wasn't a disappointment. It was the first season, They were testing out the waters on what they wanted to do, So I think we can get past them for that, because they wanted to just try things out. Other than that, it was a really bland update, but it started, well, some really good updates. So that's why Season 1 is coming in at number 5. Now, coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Season 5. That is right. Season 5 was basically just a quality of life update. I'm not even joking. I mean, things like fireworks were really cool. They added rats. What else? You can sit basically anywhere, a lot of role-playing kind of, emotes, like the die, which I still make decisions with it to this day, actually. Honestly, when I saw the original trailer, I was pretty impressed, the fact that, oh, you could bury your treasure, I thought, oh, that's really cool, new accommodations. But when when I saw that they were adding the can, or the Infernal, whatever they call it today, the can, the catchy one that is kind of copyrighted. When they played that, I literally jumped out of the couch I was sitting on and just freaked out because, I don't know, it was just crazy to me. Like I said, they didn't really add any missions, but just the quality of life has to make it at this spot. So again, it's not really, anything amazing, but, again, pretty good. Also has probably the best Plunder Pass, too, so that's something. Now, coming in at number 3, we have the one that I think people were waiting for. We have Season 6. Now, this is kind of my what I think about it. I think it is number 3, though. I think that's a fair spot to put it, I think. Honestly, this update added the sea forts, which, honestly, I genuinely love. I'll probably have to do a whole video on those later, just because they're so much fun. I'll touch briefly on them, though. They are, so much fun. Actually, they're just, super cool, But, honestly, I think the biggest drawback for me is, well, there's a pirate legend course, but there's not much other than that. But, in my opinion, the battle pass is cool. Or, what the frick did I just... The Plunder Pass, in my opinion, I kind of like the Chinese style. I think that's pretty cool. I just don't really think the cosmetics really fit the style of Sea of Thieves. I think they would work better in a game I can't think off one. You know what I mean, though? It doesn't really fit the piratey style of Sea of Thieves. Maybe that's just my opinion. But this is the first season that's actually kind of, pretty good, the other ones were mad to pretty bad, but from here on out, we're getting into the good seasons. Now, coming in at number 2, we have Season 4, the Ocean season. Basically, this one added underwater shrines, which are a lot of fun, which are basically like these sea forts, but you fight... I think I prefer the sea forts, but Season 4 really, elevates and, I think one of the best quality of life changes ever is now. Ever since then, you can just hold A, and then you'll swim up. Well, if you're on Xbox, you just hold whatever button it is to go forward, or whatever button is to jump. If you hold that down, then basically you'll fly up, which I think is a really good change, because it was really annoying having to like look up before, yeah. But basically, yeah, it's like I think the Plunder Pass, like the other Plunder Passes were okay, except for the Season 2 one. The Season 1 Plunder Pass was okay because they were like testing the water. Season 2 really wasn't that good, like that season. Season 3's wasn't bad, but again, it's like wasn't good. I think Season 4 was the first Plunder Pass to truly be good. It was the first one that was like, yeah, I think it's the first one that was. I don't know why I'm repeating myself here. I promise I'm not trying to go over 10 minutes. But yeah, I think Season 4 is number 2. But coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Season 3. I mean, what else could it honestly be? Sea of Thieves doing a crossover with Disney and Jack Sparrow. Like, that is honestly the coolest thing. We got 5 entire Tall Tales out of it. Like, genuinely, like, that's crazy. I've played through the first one and most of the second one. I haven't, like, finished the Tall Tales yet, but even the ones I've played have just been so, like, just so good that, like, oh my gosh, dude, like, I'm still genuinely surprised they got, like, they worked with Disney to Sea of Thieves, like, that's gotta be the best crossover I've ever seen. If you know, you know. But, yeah, no, those great Tall Tales, it really, like, added a good aspect to the game, Also, the Plunder Pass, not to mention that thing is, like, it wasn't the best. It was an improvement from Seasons 1 and 2. It wasn't quite the quality of Season 4. It was the first Plunder Pass I didn't buy. But I think I can get past that because it was starting to head in the right. I believe it was the first Plunder Pass to have extra ancient coins. I could be wrong, but I think it was either that one or Season 4. But they had some, like, kind of good cosmetics in there. I did play a bit in Season 3, not too much, though. But it was definitely a pleasant surprise from the pretty bad, for the most part, pretty bad Season 2 and Season 1. So, it was a clever surprise, to say the least. Anyways, that marks the end of this episode here. Obviously, this is just my opinion. Like, if you actually like Season 2, first off, the Sea of Thieves community is going to judge you, but, I mean, it's your opinion, Like, also, as you can see by a trend, the seasons have, for the most part, they've kind of gone down a little bit recently, but they're starting to head back up again, which means, who knows, Season 7, 8, 9, for the rest of the year, who knows, like, we might get, like, really good, updates, which I'm excited for that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.